This video is going to be a Q&A. I asked on Instagram for questions, so thank you to everyone who asked one.
Which side does Butterfly prefer? Half of Butterfly's cage is blue and the other half is pink. And when she's awake, she's mostly on the pink side because that's where her reel is. But she sleeps on the blue side, so she technically spends the most time on that side. Do you see yourself ever having an animal-related job? I don't think I will. It is a possibility, but probably not. Do you like reptiles? Yeah, I definitely wanna own like a leopard gecko or something one time, but not in a few years.
Did you already know the proper care when you got your first hamster? I did have a pretty decent setup to be my first one, but it did have a few unsafe products, and then it's not high enough bedding and it's not a big enough wheel, as well as I fed hairy hamster, which is a really bad hamster mix. What type of wood shavings do you prefer for your hamsters, softwood or hardwood? I prefer softwood because I don't have hardwood available. It's commonly thought that softwood is unsafe, but actually some softwoods are safe. Spruce and fir mixes are safe for hamsters because the phenol levels are low enough for it to be safe, unlike pine or cedar bedding, which has really high phenol levels, which makes it unsafe. One of the most common questions I get is what beddings do I use, and I normally use a mixture of gypsy, which is a mix of fir and spruce, and then Cure Fresh mixed in. I found that my hamsters doesn't like gypsy by itself, but when it's mixed in with a paper bedding, it's completely fine and they burrow a lot more in it. Syrian or Dwarfs? I don't have a preference, but I would choose Dwarfs because you can fit a lot more in their setup and they need smaller items which are easier to get. What are some of your favorite hamster products? Getting another hamster soon? My favorite hamster product is maybe cork logs or multi-chambers, I think. And my max amount of hamsters that I can have is 3, so I'm not getting another one until I have 2 again. Would you like to own Robos? Yes, I really want a Robo, but they are really hard to get here. It's very rare that I see one that's up for rehoming, so it's very unlikely that I ever get one. Do you prefer long-haired or short-haired Syrians? I definitely prefer short-haired because long-haired hamsters need special care. Some of them get their hair stuck in a lot of things, so you can't always give them the same setup as you could with a short-haired hamster. But I would of course rescue a long-haired hamster if there was one needed to be rescued. Is pumpkin your favorite? No, I don't like pumpkins. How many hamsters have you had? I have had 6 hamsters, 4 dwarfs, and 2 Syrians. Butterfly, lotus, wave, coral, chia, and midnight. What's the most annoying thing about your hamsters? That they are never awake. I see them like a few times a month. Look, Midnight's even annoyed, or maybe she's pooping. What are your hamster's favorite treats? They all really like nuts, pine nuts, peanuts, and then Lotus loves dried fruit. Do you have any other pets? I have 2 cats, Kokosbolla and Turibal, and then 1 dog whose name is Lucky. Dream cage, a house please. When did you get your first hamster? My first hamster was Chia, who I got August 9th, 2019. What are your personal minimums, cage size, bedding, and wheels? For the cage size, I probably wouldn't put a hamster in anything smaller than a D12, so maybe like 900 square inches. Wheels, it is 13-inch for Syrians, 11-inch for Campbell, Winter White, and hybrids, and also 11 for Chinese, and then 9 or 10 for Robos. For bedding minimums, 10 inches for all Dwarfs, and then 13 inches for Syrians, and about at least 1/3 of the cage. These are all my personal minimums, and that doesn't mean that you have to follow each and every one of them. Your favorite decor pieces in each cage. I love all of Butterfly's smoothworms, and then the ceramic cactuses from IKEA in Lotus's cage, and Midnight doesn't really have any decor pieces in her cage. I see Midnight the least because I don't sleep in the same room as her, but I see her maybe like once or twice a month. Lotus comes out when it's dark in the room, so I often like hear him, but I don't see him. So when I turn off the lights, he normally goes and hides. So I hear him like many times in a month, but actually see him maybe twice as well. Butterfly has a lot of winter white gene in her, and in the winter whites change to a winter white coat, and she does that sometimes in the winter, and a lot of her energy goes into that, so she has less energy to be up and running around. So I see her less in the winter, but in the spring, summer, early fall, she is up about 5 to 10 times a month that I see her. What's your favorite food? My favorite food is for sure chocolate chip cookies. Are you okay with not being able to handle your hamsters? My hamsters are either aggressive or really shy, so I've not been able to have a tame hamster ever. I am pretty used to it at this point. It is really sad, and I hope that I one day can have a tame hamster, but I am pretty okay with it at this point. Them being aggressive is a result of rodent mills. They don't care about the genes or temperaments of hamsters at all. They just want to sell them and earn money. So the genes are so bad that they have developed behavior problems, and when this is in the lines, you can't get rid of it unless you start a completely new line with new hamsters. These hamsters are not able to be tamed even how hard you try, and this is a reason to why not support rodent mills. And that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching.